Just a quick news update before this video begins because it just broke as I was getting ready to upload this. The Eagles cut Jamon Brown. Thank God, because he stinks. I mean, literally, some of the things that I saw him do on the field last week was atrocious. I've never seen an offensive lineman get a sack in an NFL game. It is crazy. So Jamon Brown gets cut. I have no problem with this whatsoever. Now, as far as this video you're about to watch, check the link in the description if you want to go right to the Eagles-Giants preview or talking about Fletcher Cox, because there's going to be stuff addressed beforehand. With that said, here's the video. You know, the one good thing I can say about the New York Giants, is every time the Eagles need to get going, need a win, we run into the New York Giants and we double moonwalk that ass. So everybody doing Dingbat here. So today we come with the big ass dog. Dallas still stinks. So everybody doing Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, I was getting ready to come on here and do my Giants-Eagles preview prediction video, and I come across this video on YouTube, and the video I come across is from this country swamp rat, okay? He's got his Giants hat on, his glasses, he's wearing a jacket, it's probably 90 degrees, he always wears a jacket even in the middle of summer. I don't understand, and the only way I can describe him is basically like a swamp rat, and it's like you're walking outside, and all of a sudden you feel this little, like, bite at your ankle, you turn around, you look, he runs away. Then you keep walking further. Bite at your ankle. Turn around, look, he's running away. And I'm talking about Pizzle. Hey, yo, Pizzle, it's about time you said my name again. Even though you say it a lot, I've been waiting for this because you've been ducking me for 2 years. And that's the truth. He has been. He talked so much crap before last year started. Talked a bunch of crap. And then, when the season was taking place, he ducked me. He actually ducked me. I remember it was right before the Eagles played the Giants. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go ahead with Pizzle this week. I've been waiting for this. You know, and I had all these things planned. And he gets on, he does videos like, I don't think, I can mess with Philly by 100 this week, because Mark Holmes took it out of me. And I felt bad for the guy. I said, all right, I'm going to leave him alone. And I'm going to deal with the professionals, the bad dogs, the entertainers. Those are my boys. Those are good guys. Even though they're Giant fans, nobody's perfect, and bad dog works for NASA. Nobody's perfect. But this little swamp rat, he keeps coming at you, gnawing at your ankles, and he did it again last night, taking shots at me, taking shots at Mark Holmes, taking shots at my man LB. What the hell's wrong with this guy? And it's funny because I kind of was trying to poke him a little bit this week. I was trying to poke him, and I'm thinking to myself, this guy doesn't want anything to do with me. He is scared of me. And it wasn't because the Giants are bad. It was because of a phone call I made to his live call-in show. When he had like this live call-in show after week 1 last year with like 7 people. I called into his live show, and he just got quiet. Didn't want to say nothing. Didn't want to deal with me. So I thought he didn't want to deal with me from that call-in show. Some of you guys maybe remember it. It was this.
Hey, what's up,
Yo, Pizzle, what's up with you? Well, you need a bucket? Your pussy dripping? What's up with you? Huh? I don't need you tapping out week 1, Pizzle. I need you week 9 when we double moonwalk that ass. What's up, buddy? What's up with you? What happened? You guys took a little beating week 1? Come on, man. Don't be depressed. I need you available week 9 because we're going to double moonwalk that ass. You know this. I told you this. You okay? You there? What are you doing? Yo, Pizzle, where you at? I can't hear you. That was the call-in show that made Pizzle not want to deal with Philly 500 the rest of the year. 2 Giant games came, and he was nowhere to be seen. He wasn't saying anything. He didn't want to go at me. He made it clear himself. But now, this year, he has taken offense to something I said. He has taken offense to the fact that I said the NFC least. Well, you know what, Pizzle? It is the NFC least. But you know why it's the NFC least? Because the Giants stink. That's why you're part of the NFC least. Matter of fact, Pizzle, let's be real about your one win. Let's be real about the one win you had. The only reason you beat the Washington No-Names was because they decided to go for a 2-point conversion. They kicked the extra point like normal teams would do that aren't tanking. Guess what, buddy? You may have very well have lost this game and been what? 0-6? 0-6? So he took offense that I called the NFC least because he doesn't think that the Giants or Washington should be a part of that because that's about the Eagles and the Cowboys being a disappointment to the division. Well, I got to tell you, your Giants are always a disappointment to the division. They're our whipping boy. We beat you year in and year out, okay? Your Giants are a part of a really bad division, and I have no problem calling it the NFC least right now. I'm not scared of that term. Doesn't have to stay like that all year, but right now, that is what it is. It is what it is, okay? And so I wish, I threw a couple things out there. I was trying to bait him. I was hoping he would respond. I didn't think what would set him off is me saying the NFC least. So I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad that he's finally manning up to talk to me when it matters, when a game is on the line, when it counts. Not in the offseason when he's got 5 people in his channel. And what's up with you always talking about my numbers? I never bring up any numbers. Why are you always bringing up my numbers? Will you stop? Will you stop and do your own thing? This guy's a communist. He's Comrade Pizzle because he thinks everybody on YouTube has to do and have their channel the way he has it. And if they don't, he has a problem, even though his channel does nothing. I'm so sick of hearing you talk about my numbers. Stop. Okay? And I wish we had more time. And when the Eagles play the Giants again, you come on my channel. You come on my channel, Pizzle, and let's do-si-do, okay? But in the meantime, we got a game in, 24 hours, over 24 hours? I don't have time to play games with you, so I'm going to do this, Pizzle. I'm going to do this. Here's the bet. Giants win. I shave my head. I shave my beard. I'm keeping my goatee, but I shave my head, I shave my beard, and I won't wear a hat on 2 videos that I make. If the Eagles straight up double moonwalk the Giants' ass, you shave your head and you wear no glasses and no hat on 2 of your next videos. That's the bet. We don't have time to go back and forth. You either take it like a man or run under the bed, run under the car like all swamp rats. That's all I have to say to you, Pizzle. Now, for many of you guys, I'm sorry about that first part of this video, but that was something that had to be said that was a long time coming. And I'm glad Pizzle ain't ducking me anymore. And I'm going to put his link in the description because I'm a nice guy. And go sub him up and watch Pizzle get pizzled again by Philly 500. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Now, as far as this game goes, and before we get into this game, we need to talk about Fletcher Cox. Because today, Fletcher Cox restructured his contract. And it's very nice that he wants to restructure a contract and he's doing that for the team. I respect it. I think it's going to save like $7.5 million. But I got to tell you, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, we're going to save $7.5 million for cap space now. Why? Are you trying to go out and get somebody to bring them back? Or are you trying to roll that money over for next year? I just don't understand why we keep restructuring these guys' contracts and sending all that money down the road when it's going to come back and haunt us. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm going to be honest with you. We'll see what happens, but I'm a little bit tired of having to worry about the cap killing us every year. We're like $50-something million over the cap. So I'm not a big fan of this. I think the Eagles need to, not all the time, but for the time being, until you can clear up money, I think it's time to start getting away from just restructuring everybody's contract. But that's just my opinion. Now, this is a big game for the Eagles. This is a big game because Dallas lost. Dallas looks like crap. They're fighting in the locker room. They're fighting amongst themselves. They're blaming the coaches. It's a beautiful thing. All the things that Mark Holmes always says the Eagles do always comes back on his Cowboys. You ever notice that? It's very interesting. But this is a big game because if the Eagles win, technically they go in the first place. And look, I don't expect this game to be easy. It is never easy between the Eagles and between the Giants. It just never is. It's always a struggle. It's always tough because it's an NFC East division. It's an NFC East rival. However, for whatever reason, the Eagles own the Giants, and you know it's going to be a close game into the fourth quarter, and then something is going to happen, and Eagles are going to win. And I expect the same thing to happen. Giants offense does not scare me. Daniel Jones does not scare me. I think he's a turnover machine. I think Daniel Jones, that offensive line going up against the Eagles defensive line is a mismatch for us. I think they don't run the ball well without Saquon Barkley. Daniel Jones may be their best runner, to be honest with you. But the Eagles should be able to tie up the run. And if they get pressure on Daniel Jones, this is going to be an easy, quick game. I do like Slayton. They do have some guys that can make plays offensively in the passing game. You have to worry about the pass. I'm more worried about the Giants' passing game than their running game. But for the most part, I think the Eagles will be able to keep them from scoring a ton of points. Where I do worry about the Giants, and I think that they are decent, I think they have a decent pass rush. I think they had 3 sacks last week. We have given up like 25 sacks, okay? We give up a lot of sacks. So any defensive line we play, I'm going to be nervous. I think Giants are top 10 in getting to the quarterback. So that is a concern for me. And then, of course, no Miles Sanders, no Zach Ertz, no Alshon Jeffrey. Why is Alshon Jeffrey, why is he taking up a roster spot? We are week 7, and he's taking up a roster spot. Lane Johnson might play, actually, so we'll see. And Deshaun may play, but to what point and how effective, I don't know. But I'm a little concerned about the running game. I would love to see them bring up Elijah Holyfield. I don't think they will. Doug didn't even mention him in his press conferences. But, hey, it is what it is. Travis Fulgham, I'm expecting another big performance from him. I think the Eagles, I think they can pass the ball effectively. I don't know how effectively they're going to run the ball tomorrow, but I think they'll be able to throw the ball on that Giants defense. I do like James Bradbury, I do. But I still think there's a lot of places you can go with the ball. So I expect a big game from Travis Fulgham. I expect that this is going to be Carson Wentz's best game of the year. I'm not saying he's going to maybe put up the biggest numbers, but I think he's just going to have a very solid game. And the Giants are going to be a great team for us to get a win. Against going into a mini bye before playing Dallas. These next 3 games are important. We got Dallas at home. We got the Giants at home, then Dallas at home, then a bye, then the Giants. Now we got to win these next 3 games to have a chance in this division. But I think the Eagles end up winning this game. I'm going to say they're going to win this game 24-13. That's what I think the final score will be. I think it'll be fourth quarter, 17-13 Eagles, and then they blow it open late in the fourth quarter, and that'll be the end of it. I got the Eagles winning. Not a surprise. I mean, it's very hard to pick the Giants when they haven't beat us in years, and I know that probably Bad Dogs Hope and Entertainment. It's like the Giants Super Bowl this week. Thursday night football, Eagles at home. They're going to beat the Giants. Those are my opinions. And as far as Pizzle goes, you accept the bet? Well, you don't. And of course, let me not forget it, of course. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.